Alright, welcome back. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys how the canopy works, So this is kind of like the unlock position, and you can kind of see there's a gap here, which is where these little pegs in the front, they slide out from the holes in this front frame here. And then you'll see the gap at the back. And you notice that it lifts the canopy up as it pulls back. You can kind of see the overlap right in this area here. If that didn't occur, because it's flush, it would never open. It would, the canopy frame here would hit the back frame here. So that's why it comes up to give it room and then slides back to unlock. So when it locks, it goes down and forward. And this wouldn't open even if there was no pegs here, because it'll hit the frame. So it lifts it up, pulls it back, and then this second air cylinder under here now lifts up the canopy. So it's got like 2 cylinders in there. And this back piece, you'll see, pull it forward, and then get it off here. There you go, pull it forward and up. I'll set this over here and let you guys kind of see what's going on here. So the back piece is held in or held down with these two. You got 2 screws that are in already, and they have lollipop like slits on, or slots on top of the fuselage. So you put in, you push back, and then you secure it with 2 screws in the back. But here's this the mechanism in the back. So it's like a pivot. It's hard to see here, so if I can get this thing, you can kind of see back, and then the canopy moves up and back when it does this. And then as it comes down, it pulls the canopy down, and now you can see here that it's flush. And then let me do this. It's all hard to do with one hand here, sorry. Alright, so when it's unlocked, it does that. So now you have room for the actual opening of the canopy. So you have to have 2 cylinders and a sequencer type setup. The problem I had initially that I worked on a little bit already was there's a wire. It's hard to see. This thing doesn't focus for crap in here. But there's a wire, you kind of see it right there, that runs across here. There's a little hole in the side that you can pull it out. Well, this was a lot longer when I received it, so when this thing started to rock down, it was hitting the fuselage, or this top piece, this wall, like way up here, so it wouldn't let it completely go its full travel. And I think a lot of them probably run into this, which prevents it from moving very far. And then they have these small little, I've actually pulled them out, these little metal pieces that they're just rods that they've cut off and stuck in here and glued in. They pulled right out. You can see that's, oh gosh, this focus is horrible. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Excuse me. Anyways, you can see that's like not even 1/8 of an inch. That's all that would go into that front piece. So once I fixed that rod in the back, it actually allowed this thing to slide forward and back about over a 1/2 inch. So I can easily put a longer rod in there now and won't have to worry about it coming open in flight. I know a lot of people just ditched the setup and went with some other type of setup. I don't know, but I'm gonna go electric. I'm gonna replace this guy with one of these, linear actuator, so it'll mount there, and then I'm gonna take one of these longer ones and put on this portion. There's an actual large air cylinder underneath here that you can't see that works this thing, and this is the actual open and close. So that would be open, closed. So that's the plan. So the next video I'll show you with this installed. I got to make a mount, just gluing a piece of ply inside these two forks, and I'm going to drill a hole and have the mount for the back portion of the linear actuator basically in that, and then the front will be attached. I got to make something. I'll probably use the same little ball end, just get a threaded wire and attach it to the linear actuator. So I'll get working on that. Once I get everything pulled apart and all the pieces fabricated, I'll do another video showing you guys how I modded it. But until then, you take it easy.